Australia in 2026 feels like a country quietly reimagining itself. Not in grand declarations, but in the gentle rhythm of mornings spent on regional verandas, in the hum of new workshops powered by renewable energy, and in the laughter of children playing beneath century-old trees in towns that welcome you like you've always belonged. Across the continent, a shift is unfolding. More people are choosing lives that balance purpose with peace, careers with community, and ambition with the sound of waves or the whisper of wind through eucalypts. If you've ever dreamed of a place that offers both roots and wings, then 2026 might just be your year to discover one of Australia's most promising regional cities. Our journey begins on the New South Wales coast, where Wollongong rises between the sea and the escarpment like a city cradled by nature itself. Here, the Pacific stretches endlessly to the east, while the Illawarra Range folds into misty green folds behind. Wollongong has long offered respite from Sydney's intensity, but in 2026, it's emerging as something more, a hub of thoughtful innovation. With the new Western Sydney Airport just over the hills, global connections are closer than ever, yet life here remains grounded. Students, remote workers, and creators are drawn to its blend of coastal calm and intellectual energy, centered around a university that pulses with research in health tech and sustainability. You can wake to the crash of waves at North Wollongong Beach, sip coffee surrounded by street art in Kira Street, and still be part of a digital economy that doesn't demand you sacrifice your pista. In Wollongong, progress doesn't roar, it resonates. From the coast, we travel inland to Toowoomba, Queensland's elegant garden city perched high on the Darling Downs. There's a quiet dignity to Toowoomba, a place where heritage homes grace tree-lined streets and the scent of blooming jacarandas fills the air each spring. But don't mistake its charm for stagnation. By 2026, Toowoomba has quietly become a logistics and agri-tech powerhouse, fueled by Wellcamp Airport's expanding freight corridors and a growing network of smart farms. Families choose it for its cooler climate, excellent schools, and housing that still feels attainable. Mornings might begin with a walk through Queen's Park, followed by work in a health clinic or digital startup, and end with a shared meal at a local cafe that knows your name. Toowoomba doesn't chase trends, it cultivates them, patiently, like the gardens it's famous for. Further south, Newcastle continues its quiet renaissance. Once defined by steel and ships, this coastal city now thrives on new currents, literally and figuratively. Its beaches remain iconic, from the surfer's paradise of Mayoother to the rugged beauty of Nobby's, but beneath the surface, Newcastle is powering Australia's green future. In 2026, its renewable energy precinct is humming with activity in hydrogen and offshore wind, creating skilled jobs that honor the city's working-class soul while pointing toward tomorrow. Cafes spill onto Hunter Street, art galleries rival those in bigger capitals, and yet a family home still costs a fraction of Sydney's. There's a warmth here, a sense of pride that doesn't need to shout, just to welcome. Newcastle proves that reinvention doesn't mean losing yourself, it means remembering who you are, then building something better. Crossing into Victoria, Geelong rises along Corio Bay like a city rediscovering its reflection. Once overshadowed by Melbourne, it now stands on its own terms. The waterfront glistens with new life, walking paths, cultural spaces, and a growing cluster of tech and manufacturing firms anchored by Deakin University's innovation labs. In 2026, Geelong offers something rare, proximity without pressure. You can be in Melbourne in under an hour by train, yet live in a home with a backyard, surrounded by neighbours who stop to chat. The eastern beach baths glow at sunset, families gather in botanic gardens, and industries from medical devices to sustainable packaging are giving locals real reasons to stay and grow. Geelong isn't escaping the big city, it's redefining what a city can be. Up north, the Sunshine Coast continues to shine, not with flashy excess, but with a deep, sustainable glow. By 2026, its transformation is complete, no longer just a holiday destination, but a self-sustaining ecosystem of health, education, and innovation. The Maroochydore Smart City Precinct thrives with digital infrastructure, while world-class hospitals and universities attract professionals from across the country. Yet the soul of the region remains unchanged. Picture ending your workday with a paddle through the Noosa Everglades, or watching the sun dip behind the Glasshouse Mountains as the scent of salt and gum trees fills the air. Here, you can build a career in aged care, renewable tech, or ecotourism, and still afford a seaside home that feels like sanctuary. The Sunshine Coast proves that a high quality of life doesn't require compromise, it just requires vision, and the courage to live by it. Inland from there, Ballarat carries its gold rush legacy not as nostalgia, but as a foundation. Cobbled streets in Sovereign Hill whisper tales of the past, but the city's present is firmly digital. By 2026, Ballarat hosts secure government data centers and emerging defense tech startups, making it a surprising nexus of privacy and innovation. Yet life here moves at a human pace. You can row across Lake Wendouree in the morning, work remotely from a sunlit cafe by noon, and attend a community festival by evening, all without traffic, without stress, without losing yourself in the rush. Spacious homes, strong schools, and a deep sense of civic pride make Ballarat more than a place to live. It's a place to belong, quietly and fully. Straddling the border between New South Wales and Victoria, Albury Wodonga stands as a symbol of unity in a divided world. The mighty Murray River flows through its heart, offering fishing spots, kayaking trails, and riverside picnics that feel timeless. But 2026 brings new momentum, a regional health training centre, a renewable microgrid, and its strategic position midway between Sydney and Melbourne make it a logistics and telehealth hub. Families choose it for its affordability, its safety, and its dual state advantages: access to 2 education systems, 2 healthcare networks, 2 worlds. Life here is simple but not simplistic, peaceful but not passive. It's a city that understands balance, and offers it generously to those who seek it. Far to the south, nestled in Tasmania's lush Tamar Valley, Launceston flows with a grace that belies its ambition. Cataract Gorge remains its jewel, a wilderness within walking distance of downtown, where trails lead to waterfalls and chairlifts offer eagle-eyed views of the river below. But beyond the postcard beauty, Launceston is building a future in food innovation and clean tech. By 2026, its focus on circular economies and sustainable agriculture resonates with a global shift toward regeneration. The University of Tasmania's campus draws researchers and students from around the world, yet the city never feels crowded. There's space to breathe, to think, to grow. Launceston isn't just escaping the pace of modern life, it's redefining it on human terms. On Queensland's tropical frontier, Cairns is stepping into a new light. Often seen only as a tourist gateway, it's quietly becoming a base for remote professionals, marine scientists, and cultural innovators. In 2026, new co-working spaces and digital nomad initiatives make it viable to work here full-time, surrounded by rainforest and reef. The city pulses with multicultural energy, Indigenous, Pacific Islander, Southeast Asian, creating a tapestry of voices rarely heard in Australia's southern capitals. You might spend your morning monitoring coral health, your afternoon in a cafe speaking 3 languages, and your evening watching the sun set over Trinity Inlet. Cairns offers not just a climate, but a crossroads, a place where global awareness meets local rootedness. Finally, in central Victoria, Bendigo blooms with quiet confidence. Gold once built this city, now, compassion and creativity sustain it. By 2026, Bendigo is a leader in aged care, renewable energy, and First Nations cultural tourism. Its streets are lined with galleries, heritage buildings, and markets that celebrate local produce and artistry. Housing remains deeply affordable compared to Melbourne, yet life feels rich in every other sense. Weekends might include a walk through Rosalind Park, a visit to a pop-up Indigenous art collective, or a meal at a restaurant that sources everything within 100 kilometers. Bendigo doesn't chase the spotlight, it cultivates a light of its own, steady and warm. As our journey ends, one truth becomes clear: the best places to live in Australia in 2026 aren't defined by size or skyline, but by how they make you feel, seen, supported, and free to become who you're meant to be. These cities offer more than affordability or scenery, they offer agency. A chance to build a life that's not just comfortable, but meaningful. Whether you're seeking refuge from urban pressure, opportunity beyond the metropolis, or simply a community that feels like home from day one, Australia's regional heart is beating stronger than ever. So which of these cities speaks to your soul? Is it the misty escarpment of Wollongong, the blooming streets of Toowoomba, or the riverside calm of Albury Wodonga? The choice, as always, is yours. But know this, in 2026, your next chapter doesn't have to be written in a capital city. It might just begin where the pace slows, the air clears, and the future feels like something you can shape, with your own hands, in your own time.